I'll come back. Out of curiosity. Yeah, we can emote. That's one thing I miss in the original Whiskey. We could not do much to emote. Alright. Let's actually go on foot a bit. Oh. My nunchuck still has that problem though. There we go. Do I have a pause menu here? Controls, records, step dash, map. There's a map here. So we can see the whole map at once. One thing I found out actually, I don't know if I can do too much to change the performance of this game unfortunately, but one thing I noticed. Oh jeez, is this a problem with my... Oh jeez, my nunchuck is... My controllers are a little old at this point. My remote almost didn't work at all actually. Grab. Or something similar. Hello. You do have to hold B to jump in this case. It's kind of weird. Go, go. Beautiful. But weirdly, when you're on foot, you do have to hold B to jump. But this game, apparently this game actually does push what the Wii is capable of a little bit, because this is one of the only Wii games I've seen that will only run at 30 frames per second. And even then, the game's still lagging a bit. To give you an idea. Oh, you can invite people with you. So I imagine that's also, that's probably a preview of outfits we can get. Hi. Yeah, people soul. Wave back to you, that's awesome. So we have a big world to explore here. And probably a few different ways of exploring it. Hi. Probably shouldn't be walking on here, actually. Is this like a lift to get somewhere? Oh. In previous games, this was a way to... Where are you going, dude? Purple stuff like that always meant here's a lift you can take to somewhere else. Deep water. Endless ocean. All these Wii games come together. Maybe this game does have diving, I don't know. We are on the beach. We're actually going the opposite direction where the game wants us to go, but no issue with that. So you don't get to hear any overall music here, though, it seems like, which does bum me out a little bit. I like the cheekiness of them using Namco music from other games. You don't even have an MP3 player or anything like that in this game? Apparently not. I love that you can always hear the music playing over the intercom. And then also the stuff they say over the intercom, which was actually really fun. Oh, that's interesting. You can walk. You got some real sway when you walk. But by default, you just run. What's that orange thing on the right there? I'm curious. I'll look at that picture prompt real quick. So for the time being, I think we'll just not worry too much about what the game wants us to try doing, and we'll just find things to try doing wherever. It's real steep. You can make this jump, Ready, do it. Good job. Where's that photo up? Here you are. So, if I understand right though, this whole city? Yeah, this whole thing is the one map we saw on the bottom. Interesting sign there. Only 19 left to go. But it does look like this game tries to give you some direction, which is interesting. But we still have photo-taking people. Oh, does a photo person have a name? He doesn't even have a face so far, in fact. Let's see if the photos work this time. I think they should. You can only press up and down for a pose. That's kind of weird. I also have a lot more time for a pose. First photo, why not? I do hope that with how much stuff there is going on, this game doesn't lose too much character.
Not bad.
Huh. So I can actually choose. Well, I would just walk around and whatnot right now, since I'm fine doing that, but you can walk. But we should, of course... I figure good. We should, of course, explore and try different things out, so why not? And of course, the obvious thing to do now. So you don't have to worry about falling over from long drops in this game like you did in Wii Ski and Snowboard, apparently. Yes! Bail. You have to stop before you can bail. Being able to go backwards is nice. You do have a bit more control here than you did in the older games. Afro.
Hey.
Wonderful. Yeah, I just tried to jump them twice. I just did. One step ahead of you, dude. I can try again. We just need a bigger lead up. Although, will the game stop telling me how to ride this thing if I get off for a second? No, I've already done so. I know how this works. You can push stuff. Interesting. So if we have various... they still have the same speedline effects as well. Kind of funny. But there may be other vehicles you can use that are better for making a jump like this too. We'll have to see. In fact, what I'm gonna do instead... I think we can get a better... Oh no, you can't go on. For some reason I thought there was a fork there. Okay. Well, let's give this one more shot then. But as I had said a few times, my one fear right now is that this game might lose some of its detail and depth. Not that the gameplay was ever super in depth in the other two games, but I might lose some of that in some ways if you can... Ah. That must be possible somehow. But not yet. Hopefully it doesn't lose some of the charm or the... what felt like little bits of love, even if the game wasn't super detailed. Hopefully we won't lose that. Because, for instance, the people you spoke to would have a lot of personality and things like that. Hopefully we'll start to see hints of that. I do notice, for instance, that, that's different. Find. I want to find that. Hello. Lots of photo spots, jeez. So far the people don't have as much character. No, leave it be. But things to find in places, I appreciate that. Reasons to explore. Oh! Well, okay, and how could we not wear that? Granny, actually usually... In the past, Granny has tended to wear Japanese clothing. Actually, she usually has her hair done in a Japanese style too, so... Perfect. Hi. You're also on your TV. Boat. I'm gonna try out getting on a boat out of curiosity. Oh. Oh no, it actually does take you from one place to the other. Whoops. Bye, ATV. Wait, how do we get out of here? Okay, so it actually starts us somewhere. Does it take us somewhere in particular? doesn't really tell you very well how you get from one place to the other, which is a little weird. So that's one dock area, so I guess we go from between one and the other. I imagine that mountain in the distance we see is actually the northeast corner of the map. That's going to be interesting. Going skiing there later. One thing that I don't think this game's going to be able to top, though, that I loved in Wii Ski and Snowboard, was Wii Ski and Snowboard actually had two different spots. Okay, we're a little slow now, aren't we? Wii Ski and Snowboard actually had two places you could ski and or snowboard. There was the resort, but there was also the mountain. And the mountain was much more organic. And the different regions... Do I have to actually skip to get off of here? The different regions... Oh, they're still moving. Oh, the map, you kind of had to figure out how to delineate them yourself. And you'll learn to recognize different landmarks and stuff like that. Okay, we're going somewhere else now. Question mark. Yeah, I'm question marking myself as well. Okay. We're being brought somewhere now, I guess. The spirit of adventure. You never know what's going to happen next. Where is this guy taking us? You never trust a guy with shades like that. Is that a whale? Seems a little close to the... Oh, it's a dolphin. Is it? Okay, it seems a little close to this... the beach for a whale, also a very small whale. Okay, cool. Details. So I imagine there's some stuff we're going to be able to do out on the water, all the way out here. Since we actually have a lot of water to explore that isn't landlocked. We're going somewhere and I don't know where. I kind of want to just wait here and see. I kind of don't want to skip it, but at the same time, I imagine you guys probably want to see something other than just me sitting here for the next 5 minutes. You can see reflections on the water and whatnot. That's really nice. No wonder this game has such a hard time running at full speed. And by that I mean half speed. They went crazy on this game. Hopefully not at the expense of other details that I enjoy. I'm not going to complain about every little thing that was in the earlier games that's not in this one, like the overall music. And hearing people over the intercom. I will be excited to put on that Japanese clothing later. Probably kimono or something like that. I suspect there's just going to be a dock that we get to sometime soon. If I could, I'd fast forward the game here. I feel like at least the first time we take this trip, you should see what it is. Maybe in exchange, I'll make this episode a little bit longer. Well, wherever we stop next, we'll actually get off that time. I didn't think... I thought the cutscene would just end on its own eventually. I didn't think we'd actually go somewhere else eventually. That caught me a bit off guard. These are some very quiet sounding waters for how many waves you see. I see another face there. That's an interesting looking face. Oh, there's a treasure chest. And those icons interest me. I wonder if you'll have people to find here the same way you did in Wii Ski and Snowboard. In Wii Ski and Snowboard, one of the main things to do, there's a cave there, was to find so-called eccentrics, which, oh, yeah, there's the dock. Oh, man. This guy was on a mission to bring me to the skydiving. Apparently, I was trying to go the opposite direction. He just brought me back. But they would have orange icons above them with just a face, and you'd get stuff for finding them. This game might do something like that. We'll see. Oh, Although faces here are actually just people that can join you, so it's probably going to be the same thing here. Well, I'll spend a few more minutes here at this episode so we don't just spend the entire episode on this one boat ride. But I will encourage you to expect things to be a little bit calmer in this playthrough. Just kind of relaxing and enjoying the place. Doing things at our own pace and having fun is the idea here. This probably will go on for quite a while, not just because there's a lot of stuff to do. This is our stop. Not just because there's a lot of stuff to... Okay, that's not where I expected... Whoa! What the... Well, I guess this is as good as any other place to be. Not where I thought it would be. Jungle, hills, or jungle? Let's go with the hills for now, I guess. I have some trouble steering here. You can actually hop. Nice. So I guess we'll look for that other stuff I saw later. Looks like there's a jump you can make, actually. Oh, you know what? I didn't jump earlier when I tried to make that hop over across the cliffs. So I need to get some practice with that. I don't know if I can do that from here, though. Ah! Yeah, let's see if we can manage that. I wonder if you get different kinds of weather here and whatnot, too. That was one of the things I also thought was really cool about Wii Ski and Snowboard. And in fact, in Wii Ski, the original, you could even get different dialogue. There we go. For being out on the resort in different conditions. And in fact, you'd have other nice details like, I don't know where this was supposed to go. I almost found my way back, at least. Bicycle. And I imagine I can't just, like, go underwater in this thing, right? Bungee jumping, jeez. I lose my train of thought so easy with all these things happening. Another person to talk? Oh, that's just a person to talk to. Let's do that. Oh, you're a person to play with. Oh, fine, why not? Well, let's try to go to... Actually, one thing you could do... Well, for one, I kind of want to test whether I can just, like, go underwater in this thing. But I also want to take another shot at that jump across the cliff. Oh, but I was talking about the weather. But another really cool detail would also be that the number of people that would be out with you would vary with the weather and other things like that. One thing that was actually really nice was if you were trying to get a good run down a particular slope, it was of course easier if there were fewer people there to run into. So it was actually smart to take the chance when the weather was bad to go run down a course that you needed some more privacy on. I love little things like that. We'll see if this game has anything of that sort. Alright, so let's actually jump this time. That'll probably help. I don't know if getting more of a running start would be a good idea also, but we'll see. Aha! We do have stars. Wonderful. Ow. So where does that come from? Is that on our records? Challenge records, here we go. Oh, it actually tells you what they are. Oh, it doesn't tell you what they all are. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's a little bit better. Whoops. It's a little bit better than what Wii Ski and Snowboard did. Wii Ski and Snowboard had a problem where it would not tell you what any challenge was until you'd actually completed at least one of its thumbs ups. So for instance, on this page here, we would only see great performance. Because we wouldn't have swam over 6,000 feet yet, so that wouldn't have even appeared yet. You have to figure out what the game wants of you. Here, though, categories that we haven't unlocked yet, we don't know anything about. But that's better. So once I do something in a category, I can see all the rest in it. Gold keys. I wonder what the keys do. I'll find out next time, though. Exchange resort. There are multiple resorts? Huh. I'm even more intrigued than I was at the end of the last episode. Well, you know what? It's also going to be intriguing. We're going to find out next time what happens when I drive this thing into the ocean. Bye, everyone.